I'm out in my backyard, and as you can see, some of the large, very large aquaponic grow beds. That white one is huge back there. These are a nice size. This video doesn't do justice how big these beds are, but they're nice size grow beds. I'm going to be able to grow a lot of food, a whole lot of food. And here are, there's a 100-gallon Rubbermaid tub. I'm going to be getting that one working on number 3 farm, and there's 2 more. There's the other 2 that I have to finish. So, and here's number 1. This system's already done. I've already showed this. This is farm 1. As I do more of these farms, I actually have modified some of the farms to make them run better. One thing about doing DIY, anything, as you start building more systems, you start getting better, and you start figuring out better ways to design. As you can see, number 1, I have 2 of these. Number 2, I only have one big one. I have one big 2-inch one from the previous video I just posted. And I did that because I found it's cheaper to have one 2-inch filter cover than have both of these. So, and then, you know, this system's already done. This is number 1, as you can see, already done. And look at all the pollen. I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can see this on camera. I'm going to spray this. Farm number 1. To show you how much pollen is in the air. Look at that. Look at that. That's all pollen. Look at that pollen from all the trees. I think it's mostly oak trees. That gives you an idea of how much pollen. We have a heavy pollen year this year, spring. And if you can imagine, if it's on all the equipment, imagine what we're breathing in. So that gives you an idea. Look at all that. That's all pollen, people. So as I'm continuing to build my infrastructure, look at all that over here. Bags and bags of hydrotone clay pebbles that all my plants are going to be growing in. Have more grow beds over here, more over here, another big one here. There's another big one back there. So you can grow a lot of food, and these are what I call my forever farms, because these systems will last many, many, many years, and I can break them down, like I was saying before. Break them down. Just break them down. Just like that. Quick connect. See that? And the whole system breaks down. They all break down that way. And you can put them on a pickup truck, and you're off to your next site. Say you have more than one property. Say you buy another property. You buy some unrestricted rural land in the desert or wherever. You take your whole farm with you, people. Take all your farms with you, reset them back up again, and you have instant farms with these aquaponic systems, because I'm building them, as you can see, where I can just break them down and take everything with me. You can't do that with a traditional garden or homestead. You can't take the stuff with you. Think about that. If you're in a desert environment, aquaponics is the way to grow. I keep saying that because it uses 90% less water. You put these in a greenhouse, or you put these in a Walapini in the desert, and you harvest rainwater, you're growing your own food in the desert aquaponically. Fish, freshwater giant prawn, vegetables, fruits, even fruit trees aquaponically. All with these larger systems. This is why I love aquaponics. And guess what? You don't need any man-made fertilizers. It's all organic. So as this journey continues, like I said, I'm not planning anything this spring. I have to get all this infrastructure done. I have to get the greenhouses up, the system cycle, and then I'll plant. I believe in not overtaxing myself, doing one thing at a time. A lot of people are failing in homesteading because they're trying to do too much. They don't have their infrastructure in, they don't have their solar up. They're trying to do 3 or 4 things at a time. It can get expensive, and they burn out and they give up, and it's over with. So I always say, before you plant that first seed, I don't care if you're gardening, living on a homestead, or a farm, always do your infrastructure first. This is my infrastructure for aquaponics. You know, if you're living on a homestead, you want to get your water well dug. If you're going to have a water, or you want to get your rain harvesting system done, you want to make sure you have power. If you're doing solar, you want to make sure you get your DIY solar farm up. If you're doing electrical, you're tied to the grid, you want to make sure you get your grid, your power grid going. All that should be done before you even think about planting your first seed. That way, you can focus on just growing food once your infrastructure is done. And everything is set up the way you want, the way it's laid out, and you don't have to worry about it. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and start getting this tub ready, because number 3 is going to be done in another 3 or 4 days. And then I'm going to be on to number 4 and number 5, the final one. And then out in the yard, my backyard's going to be cleaned out. The greenhouses will go up, and each one of these systems will be put. They all will be put in the greenhouses, 2 greenhouses in the backyard. And then by June, July, everything will be running and ready to grow food. The fish will be in the system. I'm ordering new baby giant prawn. So everything's going to be in the greenhouses from now on. That means that it'll be climate control. And everything's going to be rent by solar power. All solar. That's one thing about aquaponics. Everything can be powered off grid. So you can run these systems anywhere in the world with aquaponics. You can grow food anywhere. Until next time, this is Regenerative Life Wayne. Do some food aquaponically or in the ground or however you do it. DIY solar and EV power. The journey is to be ready if the grid goes down, prep, all that. Because nobody's coming to save us.